Okay, so we have to redo it. You were saying about your idea for a project, and I said I'm really liking the idea, so we need to record this. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's very supportive. Thank you. So an idea that I was playing with for a while, and actually maybe even for years, I've been collecting these images of video calls, and I've been capturing the moments where the connection kind of breaks up, and where the image of a person turns into this very painting-like image with distorted colors and shapes, and strangely, I think that was what I was saying, where we try to create this like perfect Zoom reality, and I'm a bit like intimidated by people who have the perfect lighting and a perfect background setting, and it's also sharp, and suddenly people are like looking into your space, where I feel like I'm locking myself up, not even really wanting to come out of my pajama. But then some people do such a good job at their like Zoom presentation of the self, where you have this kind of very digital feel, but in the colors or in the skin tones or in the, you know, the video quality that we have today, let's say on the Zoom medium. But then those moments where a call kind of breaks up, all of that crumbles into a very paint-like, actually very soft reality, like the skin tones and everything starts merging, and it's like it's kind of the video call artwork that naturally is created by the lack of connection. And I found it symbolic because I do feel on a personal level the lack of connection, let's say, now that we're spending so much time connecting through this digital medium. And I feel like those images kind of translate that for me, the moment where the connection kind of breaks up, and where that translates into a more mythical or magical image, let's say, of where the person also, you can't really recognize them anymore, but it becomes very atmospheric and kind of out of control, and out of this controlled, aware Zoom reality where you also constantly see yourself in the screen, but the person becomes really soft and blurry, and yeah, like an artwork kind of. So I've always been collecting these images. And I had this moment with you last time when you were on the video, and there was this beautiful light coming in through the window, and it was kind of like an entire sun ray,
Oh, that's
rainbow
right.
covering
That's
you. It
right.
was like an amazing filter that doesn't exist, like a natural filter.
Yes, yes. The flare, the sun flare, the
Sun
camera
flare.
flare. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's something we can work with, but it's something that's been lingering in my mind, kind of the uncontrolled natural filter that comes up and that kind of creates its own image of the in-between moments of the conversation, the less aware moments, the kind of fluid moments.
Well, I really like the idea, and I that digital glitch, right? That actually reminds us of this reality, or not, or that's virtual, and the separation of the space where everything seemed, when it works, it feels like, you know, you're just right here, right? But you're not, and we're not, in relation to each other, and in relation to the world at this moment, and family and friends and colleagues, and um, yeah, it's so that the digital glitch actually reminds us the distance, and the distance in social spheres, the geography, but also this distance of access, distance of economics, privilege, or hardship, right? All these things, and all of a sudden we cannot hear each other, or we cannot see each other, where everything is supposed to be, or that we can feel, oh, okay, it's working, and or when it's not working, that the digital domain really makes us feel like, yeah, it can only work like this because we have this platform. I really like that. I love the glitch in actually sometime I have also collected a few of the Google search Google Earth glitch where you look through their image with kind of 360 pan and there's if you start looking at it closely and go and rotate, there's a shadow of the person, right? So that's almost like the sundial, but the person is of course missing, right? Because they're holding the camera. Those images is actually really interesting to me too. Or that some for the glitch sometimes that it's up that you're looking at the world, but it's just green or it's just blue. Is really great too. So you're thinking about making it into a painting.
I mean, that's it. It is already a painting, so it's not. I don't know if my contribution to it is necessary, but it was just something. It was an image I felt like painting. You know, or that kind of motivated me somehow to paint, or that I thought would give me incentive to paint. But and maybe I like the idea because that is what I really miss in the digital reality is the tangible. So maybe I like the idea of turning that intangible reality that is created in that vacuum of like that tiny moment of opportunity, which seems like a defect, but which actually creates space for something more surprising or colorful or new, to then use that or transform that into a tangible reality that then kind of translates that what I miss, which is the touching and the actual not being in front of the computer and the doing something within a physical reality and creating something in a physical reality.
Yeah, well, we talked about a little bit about that the last time, right? And I wonder, so now we have our addresses. I wonder if there's something to that we can try. If you can send me something. And I think that's this, instead of the digital glitch, I think the analog glitch could also be part of this. Let's see if this can be a part of the project. Or I'll see if I have my printer is working in printing out color, but if not, then I'll print something out in black and white and I'll mail it to you. And that in the mail processing, right, all the rollers, they could actually be imprinted directly on the image. So maybe we can try something there like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of if there's a way also to induce a kind of transformation through the process of transporting it. Like, because then there's the idea of things getting lost, or again, there being a glitch in the communication, let's say, or in the trying to connect. I don't know, I'm just thinking of something that might transform since we're so far away. I don't even know how long it takes to from postmail to nowadays travel from Europe to the US. But it would be interesting maybe to put something in there that somehow indicates time, or that is somehow sensitive to time or movement.
I'm thinking for myself, what I'm interested in is the postcards, and that the way, because then your whatever's in there, or whatever you're mailing is not protected by the envelope, right? The envelope is to envelop, to protect the interior. So I'm not so I'm thinking more of the postcard, and I have a few kind of ready-made postcards that that I found because of my other project, that it's like, probably 30 years old. So the stamp that it comes with it is so not enough to send. It's the price of, I probably have double. So, and then to send it to Europe. So I have to actually add more stamps to send it to Europe. So maybe that's something for me to play with and see if I can print on that already ready-made stock. And then there's that, so that's there's certain kind of marker that it's that through the process of transportation, of sorting, of mail sorting, that's going to be barcoded and all that. There's that marking of time that I'm interested in, the kind of more manual or analog, but it's actually all computerized anyway. And then I think there's also, but I'll save some of the instruction in the postcard itself so that it can self-destruct for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few little tricks, or that kind of like things that I learned as a child, a youngster growing up in Vietnam, about stories of revolutionaries and how to communicate in secret codes. And that's always been really kind of inspiring and mythical and empowering to me, to imagine the revolutionary North Vietnamese writing notes to each other and passing to the mass public in a very small way. So I'll save that for the actual postcard itself, so that that's something for you to kind of do and also in time, and do in time, and for a kind of notion of discovery. And it could also be involving, if it didn't work, then that's an analog glitch.